Hi, this is Conrad Zimmerman of FistShark Marketing. If you like the show, why not support it with a small monthly contribution through Patreon? For less than the price of a traditional marriage, make a commitment that will inevitably end with at least one person unhappy. Just visit patreon.com/fistshark or click the big Patreon button at fistshark.com. And thanks for listening.
Conrad! I think you'll notice that my lips are looking particularly plump and rosy and luscious this morning.
I mean, red, crimson, very, very moist, but I wouldn't say conditioned. I mean, they're pretty well cracked and bleeding, and it's running down your chin.
Really stings.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It really stings. If I'm being quite honest, I think I've just sliced my mouth up a lot. Not on purpose. Not this time.
Oh, okay. All right, so what happened?
I tried a new product. It's from the fine makers of Carmex.
Carmex. Oh, I see what they did. They put car all in capitals and the MEX in lowercase. Carmex. That's now with more car.
Yes. The new brand Carmex is made with real car. To quote their advertising tagline, at effing last. Apparently people really wanted this product. They sent me a sample, see if FistShark wants to help promote it. And my lips look red. I mean, they look flush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, they're very red.
Very red.
But not smooth.
Not smooth. Also, can't really eat or drink at the moment.
Like, at all? Like, is it just because...
The pain is just searing.
Right.
And whatever I swallow, just... There's a lot of hemoglobin in it as well now. Because of the blood.
From the bleeding on the lips, yeah.
The bleeding from the lips, yeah. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't think Carmex, now with real cars, is gonna be a particularly hot-selling item.
No, I mean, just based on what I'm witnessing here, it does not seem as though the product is going to produce a result that people want. I mean, unless, do people want their lips cut and bleeding?
I don't. They are, but I don't. I mean, I thought maybe it was a joke product, but I started smearing it on myself, and no, there were razor-sharp pieces of steel in there, glass, rubber.
Yeah, it's such an odd way to go for a product that is so commonly used to provide relief for dry, cracked lips.
If anything, this does the opposite. One thing you've got to remember as well is that not only are you basically smearing a gel full of sharp metals and glasses and plastics across your face, there are a lot of different fluids that are inside cars that then seep into the open wounds.
Chances are, then, you're going to wind up with a pretty serious infection in those lips.
Oh, yeah, well on the way. It's already getting really itchy, actually. I expect this, like my whole mouth region, to be fully infected in about a day or two.
So, well, that's gonna swell up quite. I mean, could make the lips pouty.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, that's a better. Maybe this is a one of those products where long-term continued use is what produces the desired result.
Have we got any real disinfectant left, or are we stuck with what the senior partners made us use? That what was it? Let me, because I don't want to put this on my face. Disinfectant now with real infectant at fucking last. I feel like that's going to just speed up what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it'd be much of a solution.
On the back of this, we're looking at freshly squeezed buboes. We got blood off someone who died of something you do not want to know. And the concept of disease.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that on an open wound.
I wouldn't put this on an open wound. I mean, I'll try anything at this point.
Sure. Well, yeah. you use what you have, right? But I wouldn't.
Ooh, that stings.
Yeah, it's foamy.
Ah, God, all I can see are just skeletons, like, in front of my eyes.
Weird.
Oh. I'll tell you what, though. I can't, no. After the initial bit of smarting, that's actually calmed down. I actually can't feel anything now.
Like anything at all?
No sensation in the body now.
Well, all right. Problem solved.
Yeah, we just sell disinfectant with real infectant alongside Carmex with real car. Hell, we're doubling profits. So I should probably get back in touch with the Carmex people and say we'll take them on, yeah?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome. They did have another product, the Carmex people.
Oh?
Yeah, but I think that one's a bit too racist.
That's a lot of Bret Michaels dolls they shipped back.
Yeah, we had to do a full product recall. We had about 5,000 Bret Michaels plush dolls produced. We put them out, but we've had to take them back for health and safety reasons.
Are people vomiting at the mere sight of them again? Because I know that's happened with a lot of the Michaels products.
Oh, no. I mean, that's an intended effect. No, the problem with these ones is they're full of razors and SARS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're not quite sure how either got into the mix, but I was a little bit impressed. SARS, that's a little bit retro.
That is a little bit retro. And getting razors into plush without that, being obvious, not easy.
Not easy at all. I mean, I'm going to rule out foul play, because it's more paperwork. So we're just going to put it down to shipping error.
Yeah.
And bring them all back. The only problem is I've now got a crate with 5,000 Bret Michaels-looking razor SARS vectors, and I don't know what to do with them.
Oh, well, I mean, we could send them to the dump site. I know we're dropping a lot of material there lately, but, well.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we've got a dump site now.
Yeah, well, it's been great. I mean, you consider the sheer volume of things that we need to make disappear here. Getting access to a location of that size that nobody seems to give a shit about has been phenomenal.
No, it's been wonderful. I tell you what, I'll get on that right now. Doris! Yes. Okay. Can you go downstairs, get the big box that's near my car, yep, and put it on the truck that arrives every morning bound for the dump? No, it's got Flint, Michigan written on the side of it. Yeah, that's the truck. Just put the box on that. Oh, wear gloves. SARS. Okay, that's fixed.
Fantastic.
5,000 Bret Michaels plush dolls on its way to our dump in Michigan. Fantastic. Problem solved. I'm not thinking about it anymore.
It's so amazing how that opportunity came about, right? Because, here we were spending all of this time trying to look for a place where we could really just have absolutely zero regard for anything that we were putting there. Someplace remote, someplace that nothing of value lived there.
Yeah, I mean, it's my dream to just have a gigantic, glorified landfill, basically, where you don't have to give a fuck about anything, and you can just pile up your garbage.
If anything, that water crisis was a perfect advertisement.
Yeah.
For using this place as a site for dumping.
I didn't give a shit about Flint, Michigan before the water crisis. I didn't really give a shit about Flint, Michigan after the water crisis. So once I knew about it, it was like, yeah, let's send our radioactive thongs there.
The place is just utterly invisible. Like, completely and utterly invisible.
That's the weird thing about Flint, Michigan, isn't it? It's like, every now and then you're aware it exists, and then you forget about it. I see the media, I see my social feeds on the internet. They'll bring up Flint, Michigan for like a day. Like we've all suddenly collectively remembered it, and then, as if it never really existed, gone. No more Flint. It's still there. We got a truck that goes there every day. But 99% of the time, I don't remember it. I mean, I started the meeting wondering what to do with the dolls. Because I don't remember Flint, Michigan. What were we talking about? Doris, what was I talking about with you? SARS. Yeah, no, it's a retro disease. We're talking about SARS. We were talking about diseases.
Talking about SARS?
Danger.
SARS, that's a bit old.
Yeah.
SARS?
Old news. Flint, Michigan! That's what we were talking about.
Right. I almost get the sense that there's some sort of, I don't know, concerted effort to make that place forgotten.
Glamour?
Yeah, like something's cast some sort of cloud over everyone in their recollection.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I am 100% sure that someone's cast a glamour over the town of Flint, Michigan. Is it a town or is it a city? I don't even know.
I think it's a city.
Either way, there's a glamour on it.
Right, well, I mean, and clearly, because we can't tell whether or not it's a city or a town.
Yeah, who casts glamours? Who creates some sort of illusory ability to render a location, if not invisible, at the very least, difficult to conceive?
Well, I mean, there's the Fae people, but,
Yeah, there is the Sealy Fae.
But they tend not to be around this time of year. They're more seasonal. They're migratory pattern.
That's it, they're in Spain right now.
Yeah.
Balthazar?
Oh, now that could be.
Balthazar and the Satanists who work in this building's basement, don't forget, they could do it.
No, they absolutely could do it. That's well within their... I mean, I go to Balthazar 3 times a week to forget something, or to be made unaware.
Yeah, I stopped going to Night Scream for that. Balthazar can do it without incisions.
Yeah, it's much less invasive.
Then again, so can Night Scream. He just likes to cut. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna call Balthazar. I'll see if he's up to it. Hang on. Balthazar! Yes! No. I don't need to forget anything. No. No, he made it home alive. No, it was a good night. No, it was fine. No, listen, mate. I need to ask you a question. This can be just between us, but I gotta know if you've done it, okay? Have you cast a glamour? That was a very quick denial. Balthazar, have you cast a glamour over Flint, Michigan? Flint, Michigan. FLINT MI... Well, you know how to spell Michigan. You know what Michigan is. Now you remember it. No. Well, no, I mean, you'd have been immune to your own spell casting. So, yeah. You reckon so? Okay, thank you. Okay. Alright, thanks, bye. Bye. Yeah, it wasn't him. He's certainly under the effect of it, because he couldn't remember Flint, Michigan. He thought it might be a vampire, and I really like that idea.
A vampire? Alright, yeah, I could see that.
If we're talking about the ability to cast a glamour of that level for this long, we're thinking some sort of antediluvian vampire, possibly one that's keeping up the masquerade as enjoyed in the White Wolf tabletop pen and paper RPG series, Vampire La Masquerade.
Oh, okay, alright, so, yeah, I mean, that would actually make a lot of sense. Alright, because it would require a tremendous amount of power. Like, this would have to be an ancient creature.
Yeah, we're talking certainly older than humanity itself.
To cast that kind of power over an entire city or town, that would be tremendous.
If the magic is vampiric, then we are talking one of the original vampires.
So
possibly Kane
or Dick Cheney.
One of the two. And both of those are good friends with the senior partners, so I don't think there's anything we could do to stop them. Alright, Conrad, I've got a little bit of a problem.
What's that, Jim?
You know the new Jason Voorhees movie that I've been working on?
Yeah, I've been pouring a lot of money into that, a lot of effort, a lot of time. And I'm excited because every time you become this invested, this personally dedicated to a product, the results, well, I mean, they speak for themselves, really. So I can't wait to see what happens here.
Yeah.
What's the matter, buddy? You don't look so good.
Something went wrong with it. It's, I mean, as you know, and as you have quite unfortunately reminded me, this was a bit of a passion project for me. The chance to help promote an all-new chapter in the Friday the 13th legacy. I mean, that's the job I was born to do. Unfortunately, there's been a tiny bit of a hitch with some of the promo material, and also the film's name, and basically the whole concept in general.
Well, okay. I don't believe that there is a problem that can't be solved with a little bit of creative spin. So let's just, we'll put our heads together and we'll solve it, buddy. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay, let me roll this by you. So, the next chapter in the Jason Voorhees story legacy.
Right.
The big twist, and this is what we've been really putting our marketing chips on, to give it this fresh air, this sense of new life, is we're done with Friday the 13th. What happens the next day?
Oh, okay, all right. It's like an aftermath story.
Exactly. We only ever get to see what happens on all the Friday the 13ths. We never get to see Saturday morning. There could be a lot of fallout. Jason, for all we know, has had a good night's sleep. He might be faster, more deadly. He is, because he's in the film doing it. He's got an Uzi.
The premise is, I think, fantastic.
Hell yeah, he talks in this one. It's brilliant.
No way.
Yeah, way.
I mean, that's what more could you want?
Exactly. There's this great bit where he like points to his hockey mask and says, "This is a hockey mask, and you're hockey fucked," and then holds up a hockey puck so we know what he's talking about.
That's a clever one-liner.
Okay, there's just one hitch with the movie.
All right. Well, okay. So, I mean, I can't even see where this could go wrong. Talking Jason, well rested with an Uzi, plowing down campers. That's what could possibly be a problem with that?
We changed the date, but not the day, and all of the promo material's been printed. So right now the movie's called Friday the 14th, the next day. And in the movie, they talk a lot about how Friday the 13th, the night before, was really bad.
But it's Friday.
Yeah, we also printed up a whole bunch of calendars to really reinforce that this was a new day. So in the background shots of pretty much every scene, there's a calendar that says Friday the 14th on it, but also recognizes that the night before was Friday the 13th. So that the calendar says Friday the 13th, then it says Friday the 14th in the next box.
But so is Thursday gone or is Saturday gone? Because one would have to go, right?
Yeah, the people who did the calendars for us fixed that problem by just putting in another Friday. So it goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Friday, and then just some numbers and letters. They're not really good calendars. I wouldn't use one.
That seems like a very long week.
Yeah, it's really bad. The posters all say Friday the 14th, the next day. And then the tagline is, "You thought Friday the 13th was bad. Try Friday the 14th. And then in parentheses it says, the next day.
It doesn't really leave a lot of wiggle room.
That's the problem. It's kind of really boxed me in here.
Yeah.
The way everything's been written, the way all the phrases have been turned, there's no way I can kind of explain my way out of this, because the promo material and also the movie emphasize so much that this is both Friday the 14th and the day after a day that was Friday the 13th.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Now, it's not going to be cheap.
Okay.
But I think we can solve this. All we have to do is contact Apple Music and license 8 days a week. Use it at the end credits.
That could work.
It just sort of explains it all, why there's 2 Fridays, because there's 8 days in a week.
I mean, Rebecca Black's going to be really upset that we could bump her off for this, because it'll just make so much more canonical sense.
Well, we could just put her as the, opening theme.
I don't see how that would be a problem. We did start with, the usual but if we replace that with Rebecca Black's Friday, end with 8 days a week, then we've got a kind of thematic loop. It really does symbolize that, yes, at the beginning, this is Friday, but also that there are 8 days in a week and you shouldn't question it.
Right. And wouldn't you want something a little more energetic in the morning?
That's true.
So, yeah, I think music could just be our solution here. Just a little creative application of music and licensing.
Okay.
And we can get ourselves out of this hole.
I also could get Dee Snider to pen a song called Don't Think About It Too Much, and just see if he can just do some general lyrics about how we shouldn't really worry about problems in general with films.
We could put that in as the backing music of a montage where, where Jason Voorhees is chasing the teenagers through, what was that, the amusement park?
Yeah, the old abandoned amusement park, where he worked before he died. And that'll be really good as well, because the movie is about 76% chase montages.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're gonna set a movie in an abandoned theme park, there's lots of potential for wacky chase sequences. These are the scenes where we keep cutting back to the oozes, discarded in the street, to remind the audience that he's not got them, so they're not constantly asking, why doesn't he just shoot them? Why is he chasing them?
Right. Yeah, because that has to be communicated.
Well, I mean, every time he kills a teen, it's with the guns, 2 of them, that he kind of sprays across with his arms crossing. He actually spends a lot of the movie with his arms folded over his own chest, holding the 2 oozes up in the air, going, you've seen that movie Jason Bourne, but this Jason is going to make you dead, which is the opposite of being born.
Really sharp writing in this.
Honestly, snappy one-liners. Jason Voorhees, more like Jason Moore, please. Killing is what I'm asking for more of. I think that's my favourite one.
It's so taut. It's gripping.
Mm-hmm.
Gripping. People are going to be walking out of the theater yelling that to each other. You know it.
Exactly.
I can't wait.
And people didn't think that Gary Coleman could pull it off. But he has probably the best Jason voice I've ever heard. And that includes Orson Welles.
Is Gary Coleman still alive?
Did you not hear Dee Snider's song just now?
FistShark Marketing is Jim Sterling and Conrad Zimmerman. Theme music by Ben Rama. Additional music by Alizar Chan. Our editor is Austin Yorsky. Get more episodes and learn how to support the show at FistShark.com. Follow us on Twitter at FistShark for more of our exploits. Complaints can be forwarded via email to fistsharkmarketing@aol.com. And remember, when you only consider the here and now, there is no future. Goodbye.